Under Obama.
How is everybody doing? Positive and productive, I hope. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with me. Hey, do me a favor and share the content with friends, family, anybody that you think the content is relevant to. Remember, local elections are more important than national elections, but dollars are stronger than votes. They won't stop until we stop them. Liberation comes at a cost. Who's willing to pay for it? Ladies and gentlemen, jumping into this really quickly because, for my slow friends in the back, we're going to have to say it a little bit loud. And I'm not even going to do too much expanding upon this. I was going to make this a more interactive video, but we just don't have the time to do that right now. But I do want you to hear what Representative Jim Jordan has to say about the 9 lies of Obamacare. And let's kind of go through them and let's see if we remember some of these things. One of the things that I am going to say in this segment, or a caveat in this segment, I think what happens is that you get a minority of people who don't experience certain things, and those are the loudest people in the room saying, well, that's not a thing, that's not happening. And it's like, no, you're a small group, it's not happening to you, but this is what's happening to the majority of people. And I think in the Black community, we seem to not understand that sometimes, just because we say we're not a monolith, but yet we tend to live in our own micro bubbles or our own micro. So we'll go ahead and continue, but let's listen to these 9 lies of Obamacare.
Under Obamacare, make no mistake, Americans saw their premiums skyrocket and their health care choices reduced. The majority's title for today's hearing is Trump's efforts to undermine the ACA. Undermine the ACA? Think about what we were told when this bill passed now, 9 years ago? I call them the 9 lies of Obamacare. Think about this. Remember this one? If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. Y'all remember that one?
First and foremost, so let's go down memory lane, ladies and gentlemen. How many of us were told, if you like your doctor, you could keep it? We were all told that. And how many of us actually got to keep our doctor? It was less than 10% of us did. Over 90% of us had to change our doctors.
How about the one, if you like your plan, you can keep your plan?
Remember that? Oh, if you already have an existing plan and it's in network, you could go ahead and keep it. So we didn't keep our doctors, nor did we keep the existing plans that we already had. Remember that? Do you guys remember that? Okay, let's continue, because maybe this didn't affect you, but I'll tell you what, it affected the majority of Americans. Let's continue.
We're told by the President of the United States premiums were going to go down. He then got more specifics. Premiums will go down on average $1,500. He said deductibles would decline.
None of that happened. Premiums did not go down, and deductibles, actually, for most people, deductibles actually went higher. And I'll tell you why, because he's going to allude to something, because out of like the 19 providers, it was like 20 something providers, like 10 of them, 15 of them went bankrupt. So premiums actually did go up because they thought they were going to have 20 something providers. In all actuality, I think they only had 4 by the time it all became. Let's continue.
All statements right there. Oh, remember this one? This was in the fall of 2013. Remember this one? They told us the website was going to work. They told us the website was secure. Your information would be secure there. They told us that these co-ops were wonderful, end-all, be-all creations. 23 were created. Guess how many are still in existence? 4. The other 19 went bankrupt.
And that's why a lot of the premiums went up. There were 23 were created and only 4 still in existence, ladies and gentlemen. And now here's the final death blow right here.
Oh, and the other 9th lie, they told us it's not a tax. Then they went to court and said it is a tax. Now they're saying, no, it's not really a tax at all because you can't tax it now because the individual mandate's gone and there's no penalty.
Do you remember that, ladies and gentlemen? They told us to sign up for the Affordable Health Care Act and you can keep your doctor. You can do all these things, which we could not do. And then at the end of it, they taxed us for not having it. And then they say, well, it's not a tax. But then they went to court to get a court order to make it be a tax if you didn't have fucking health care at the end of the year. And then they said, oh, well, because the subsidies are going to get in place and then you could potentially get some backlogs and you could get that. So it's a tax, but it's not a tax, but it's kind of a tax. But if the incentives go away, then it's kind of not tax because we can't tax what the fuck is y'all talking about? And here's the crazy part, right? oh, Obama and the Democrats, they're trying to do something to help people and they're trying to help everybody. Well, how come 4 years prior when Mitt Romney proposed the same thing? Because I don't know if you know, Obama got the idea from the Heritage Foundation. Mitt Romney and the Heritage Foundation already tried to fund the idea very similar to the Affordable Health Care Act, where they mandated everybody have to have health insurance. They already tried to do that. And when the Republicans said it, you know what your stupid ass said? That's a bad idea. I don't want to be mandated to have health insurance. But when Obama said it, your stupid ass said, oh, that sounds like a great idea. Just like, guess what? A million years ago, since the beginning of time, motherfucking Tylenol told your stupid ass pregnant women shouldn't take this product. And that was never a thing. But now Donald Trump get his dumb ass on TV and say, you know what? Pregnant women shouldn't take Tylenol. And you know what your stupid ass gonna go do? Go eat a whole goddamn bottle of Tylenol. Why? So let me get this straight. Let me get, like, if a Republican say do it, I ain't gonna do it. But when a Democrat say do it, we can. So let me get this straight. When Hillary Clinton told your stupid ass, oh, when the illegals come over here, they need to stand in line, they need to pay a tax, and they need to learn English. When Hillary Clinton said that, it was fine. When Obama still to this day has deported more people than any other president in United States history, that's fine that he can deport over 3 million people. But now Trump is trying to do something. Maybe he's trying to outpace his number. Maybe he's not. But now Trump is deporting people, not even at the numbers of Obama, and the whole world is freezing over. We all heard kids in cages. We seen the video. AP fact checked it. Associated Press fact checked it. Those images came under the Obama administration. Oh, we ain't say nothing about kids in cages sleeping underneath the little Mylar, under the tinfoil blankets no more. That shit went away. Oh, it was bad if Trump was doing it, but since Obama did it, we don't even need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about it. I can't do it no more. I try to have these conversations with you people. I try to provide you the evidence, and you know what you guys do? Oh yeah, but what about, but what about, but yeah, what about? And y'all don't even know what about you're talking about. How many people right now will tell you Trump is a convicted rapist? How many people will tell you that? Oh, well, he got convicted of raping. He got convicted of this. Trump ain't got convicted of shit. Trump ain't got convicted of shit. Now, he was, as far as the sexual case with Jean Carroll, whatever her name was, Jean Carroll, whatever her lady name was, the lady who said, when they said, how would you describe or classify rape? She said, well, I think rape is sexy. Bitch, what? So let me get this straight. You're accusing a man of rape or sexual misconduct, but you think it's sexy? That's interesting. That's interesting. But anyway, he was never found guilty in a criminal suit. He was found liable in the civil suit, which means he had to pay for her mental pain and her lawsuits and some stupid shit like that. But it doesn't mean, and here's the thing, well, it's the same thing, right? He was found guilty. No, liable and guilty are the same thing. And here's the second part about that. In a criminal suit, you are innocent until proven guilty, and it takes a reasonable, you have to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Meaning that we have to believe when there's no room to believe that you couldn't have done it. In a civil suit, it takes what's called a preponderance of evidence. It only has to look like you did it. And why and how Trump lost was because he said he doesn't remember meeting her outside of the fucking department store that she was shopping at. I don't remember meeting her or seeing her or being with her. And then the video surfaced, or the picture surfaced, where she was at the party with him and a few other people. So whether you do remember or you don't remember, you have had prior interactions with her. And that's solely why he lost right there. A preponderance of evidence. That's it. That's it. But listen, y'all keep defending these Democrats. And this is one of the main reasons why the black community is not going to be fixed. Like, take Chicago, for example. Take D.C. The residents wanted the military there to clean up the crime. The majority of the residents, not the people committing the crime, but the vast majority of the residents want the military there. But you know what you're going to say? Oh, they're targeting Americans. They're targeting this. They're targeting that. No, they're targeting criminals. That's what they're targeting. Now, whether these criminals are American or not, that's neither here nor there. It could be somewhere, and hopefully they get their punk ass taken to jail, Alcatraz Island, Alligator Island. But here's the point of all this, right? The point is that Americans, law-abiding citizens, are not being targeted. I heard the other day somebody said, ICE can't detain American citizens. So let me get this straight, stupid. You mean to tell me if American citizens are aiding and abetting with illegal immigrants, you mean to tell me that ICE can't detain you? So you mean to tell me if you're a landlord and you got a whole bunch of shit going on at your apartment complex, you mean to tell me that ICE can't detain you to get information to know what the hell's going on? You mean to tell me they can't do that? So then what you're basically saying is that you can harbor illegal immigrants and nobody should be able to do anything because you have them there and you're an American citizen. That's basically what you're telling me. Is that what you're telling me? So I think what you guys want to do is be able to break the rules, and you don't want any consequences. Like the young lady said, my brother was only trying to rob you. You didn't have the right to kill him. So let me get this straight. In the heat of the moment when you're robbing me at gunpoint and I fear for my life because you're robbing me at gunpoint, I don't have the right to kill you, but you have the right to rob me at gunpoint. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, stay positive, stay productive. Remember, local elections are more important than national elections, but dollars are stronger than votes. They won't stop until we stop them. Liberation comes at a cost. Who's willing to pay for it?